thank you all for joining us. I would like to also ask for Ms. Sarah Shepard to say hello and then introduce her colleague.
Great. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Shepard. I'm the Employer Relationship Manager at Mercy College. And my role is to bring different types of opportunities and showcase them and show you what you can apply for and what's out there and who's hiring and things like that. And Sam, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Sarah. Hello, everybody. I'm Samantha Karpoloff. I'm a career coach in the Career and Professional Development Office, and I work with students in the Human Services, Government Law and Education area, and helping them with their resumes and really anything career related that they need assistance with. So it's nice to meet everybody.
And do we have any other staff or faculty before I introduce our guest speaker?
I don't see anyone as a participant, so I think we can move forward.
Okay, then I would like to introduce our speaker, Ms. Monica Diaconou Gomez. She is a return speaker. She is a human resource specialist with the Westchester County District Attorneys, or for the whole county? Human resources.
Human resources.
For the whole county, so that's pretty cool. Just to bring in context, we have 2, 4, 6, 8 bright-eyed and bushy-tailed students in front of me. I wish you could see them. I hope I don't embarrass them when I go off the way to buy you when you're finished. And I believe we have other former students online and current students. So we also have Alan, who's sort of sitting here from the Office of Professional Development. Hello. So thank you for coming back, and please go right ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me. Good afternoon to everybody. I will try to share, as much information as I can about the civil service in general and how to apply for examination or how to apply for jobs with Westchester County, different departments and the local jurisdictions. So if you have any questions, I will answer all of those questions for you as best as I can. I have also prepared like a short presentation, just to keep things organized. And I will share that with you right now, if that's okay. Okay. So today I'm gonna present about what the Department of Human Resources in Westchester County does, and a little bit about the examinations, the job postings, and how to apply, and so on. So the first thing that I would like to talk about is the general information about us. So Westchester County, we're currently responsible for about 3,000, keeping the track about for 3,000 employees of Westchester County, the medical center, 121 cities, towns, villages, fire districts, special districts, and we do the annual checks, background checks, and everything else for them. We have different departments. Some of them are very big. You might have heard of the Department of Social Services, which has, more than 1,000 people. And also we have very small departments, such as, the Department of Tax Commission that has 5 employees. Another department of our county is the Westchester Community College. They're a department of our county. So, if you are interested in working for them, you will have to also apply through us for a civil service position. We have the Westchester County, as I was telling you, have like 30 departments, over 4,500 employees, and all the local jurisdictions that are that are in the county, except for the big cities such as City of White Plains, City of Yonkers, City of Mount Vernon. We don't administer tests for them. They do their own. But for the rest, we do that. Okay, so now you might have heard about, civil service, but what is civil service? So civil service, it's required by New York state law for, filling and maintaining position in the local government, and any job that you might have, it's based on your fitness and merit. So in other words, any job that is paid by tax dollars and not in military service, it's considered a civil service. And civil service, it has different, you have different ways of getting into the civil service. And that is through taking an exam. As you can see on the presentation, it's competitive, meaning that if a job is competitive, somebody will have to take an examination in order to get that position. Over 80% of the county job require a test, like accountants, clerks, office assistants, so on. They require a test in order for you to come into civil service. We also have other types of jobs, such as non-competitive. The non-competitive jobs, they do not require a test. And most of these are like technical titles, such as lab technicians, nurses, trade people. Those are considered non-competitive. After that, we have the labor class and the exempt. The labor class, its name, it says, it's for unskilled maintenance jobs or laborers. And the exempt ones are appointed. Appointed meaning that somebody, like the commissioner, for example, they can appoint an attorney or a secretary in those positions. So that is what civil service is. I hope, I gave you an overview about what civil service is. Now, something that you might be interested in, it's the civil service examinations, right? Because I was telling you before, 80% of the jobs require a civil service examination. So if you are interested in working in civil service, you most probably going to, you're most probably going to need to take an examination. So on the slide, I put you have also a copy of one of the of the exam announcements. I don't think that you can see it very clear, but I'm going to try to break it down so you understand how the examination announcement looks like and what do you have to look at when you look at an exam announcement, because they usually have 4 or 5 pages. It can be overwhelming to read so much information. So these examinations, we have different types of examinations. They can be scheduled, we call them scheduled or periodic, or we have the continuous recruitment. As the name says, we give them on a continuous recruitment basis. So maybe they're open throughout the year because the local jurisdictions or the county departments, they need to hire in these titles more often. So that's why they will have it on a continuous recruitment basis. These examinations, it's another important thing for you if you come from outside, if you don't work for the county or you don't work for a local jurisdiction. It's important to look for open to public or open to all examinations, not promotional ones, because the open to all, they're open to anybody to apply, and The promotional ones are only open for the people that currently work for either the county or they work for a local jurisdiction. So these are the types of examinations that we have. We utilize many formats. We have written examinations. We have training and experience examination. Some of them are PC administered, some of them are not. Some examination, depending on the title, require also performance testing, such as database, for example, or typing, or even a language proficiency test, or if for the uniform, such as, if somebody wants to become a firefighter or police officer, they will need to pass an agility test. So on the exam announcement, I don't know if you can see it there, but some important information would be the last filing date and the exam date. So the last filing date, it's the date by which you would have to apply. Our system only, it requires you to apply online. So that means it's a good thing, because you have until midnight of the day of the last filing date to apply for the exam. And the exam date is also going to be stated on the exam announcement. So you will know when the exam will be held, which is most probably a Saturday. Another thing to look for, it's obviously the title of the examination and who's going to be hiring from that. What does that mean? Like the example here, it says legal secretary 1, and underneath it says Westchester County, meaning that this is a title that's used by Westchester County only. When I say that, I'm referring to all the departments. So maybe this one is used by law. And this is the title that you will be going into. Another important thing is, obviously everybody's interested in, is the salary. If it's a county position, most of the time will be, we will have the salary posted there. So that's something that you can guide yourself. So, if it's something that you're interested in from a salary point of view as well, of course, right? But another thing that is very important, it's the minimum qualification. And the reason why I'm saying that, it's just like, I'm sure anybody can agree with me, even, when you apply for a private sector with a resume, you have to make sure that you qualify for the position that you're applying for, right? So you have to make sure that you are what the company is looking for. It's the same for us. But here it's very specific, meaning that the minimum qualification will say, for example, that you need 3 years of experience in a certain position, let's say a clerical position. So you have to make sure that your resume is going to show that. Not your resume, in this case, is going to be the online application. So you have to make sure before you, just apply for an examination, that you do qualify for it, and try to look at it from I don't know, like a reviewer point of view. Okay, if I would be the person looking at this application, putting together, my resume or application and the minimum qualifications on the exam announcement, will I qualify? Another good thing about it is that some of the titles, you can substitute some of the experience. It all depends on the title, and we have so many titles. You can substitute some experience with some college credits, which you guys do have, and you're working on obtaining more. So that's a good thing. Sometimes it says substitution 30 credits. College credits can be substituted for 1 year, for 1 year for 30 credits, up to, I don't know, 2 years or 4 years. So that's another good thing. So it's important to, I know it's a long exam announcement, but it is important to read it through just to ensure that, you know, it's something that you would be interested in pursuing, and it's something that you will qualify for, and that salary is something that, you know, it's something that you would be interested in. If anybody has any questions, you can, you know, stop me and I will answer all of those questions. If you don't have any questions, I will go to my next slide.
The salary,
I'm sorry,
what is the salary?
for this specific exam?
Well, for that, right there, for the legal administrator.
I can see it as small as you can see it. I just cropped it from the original one, and I don't think we have it open right now to look.
I thought everyone would be interested.
49,470 to 60,920.
Thank you.
Sure. I know this is a very specific title, but yeah, I know, you know, this is a title that you might be interested in. So when it's a range like that, that's a great question. When it's a range like that, usually it has your starting salary, and in some steps you will reach the highest salary.
We have one question in the chat.
Oh,
And that is, do you have to live in Westchester County in order to apply for one of these jobs?
that is a great question as well, about the residency. So most of our examinations do not require for you to have residency in Westchester County. And that's going to be on the exam announcement as well. Maybe you cannot see it. It's right underneath the salary says residence. So most of the exams, I would say 95% do not require for you to be a Westchester County resident. But there are some of them that do have residency requirements. And lately, the titles that we had like that with residency requirements were police officers and firefighters. So for those, you would need to be a resident of Westchester County at least 30 days before the exam date, and also the time of appointment. But that will always be stated on the exam announcement. So all the information, you know, that somebody would need to make the decision to apply for an exam will be on the exam announcement, or including the residency as well. Yes, that's a great question.
I also have a quick question, and
Sure.
this might be kind of intuitive based on the logo on the top left there, but to find these announcements and to find job postings, where on the westchestergov.com site should we go?
Thank you so much, Samantha, for asking that. Actually, that's my next slide. And together with my next slide, I will also navigate our website. Maybe it's easier, you know, just to see it live. Like, this is where you go, this is where you find everything that you would need. So that's what I'm going to do next.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm just going to show you a little bit the structure of our website, and after that we're actually going to navigate together. Okay, so this our website, it's work in progress. But for now, this is the structure of it. So when we're going to go onto the website, which is www.westchestergov.com/HR, as in human resources. The one on the left side, the logo, that's the main one that has all the departments and everything. But the one on the right corner, it's our website for the human resources, where you can find exam announcements and job postings. So so the structure of it is, you know, if you are a job seeker, so from a job seeker point of view, you are either going to go to look for exams, or you are going to look for current openings, and those refer to job postings, which we post weekly. And the exam announcements, they're also divided in different types of exam announcements. Some of them are the uniform services, as I was telling you, a police officer, correction officer, firefighter, and after that you have view exams apply online, meaning that you're gonna go and see what type of exams we have available at this point, because some of them, like I was saying, are open continuously, but some of them are scheduled. So they have their set date and they have their last day to apply for them. So it always changes. But the great thing about it, it's that the third option here, it says email subscription, which I encourage everybody to do it. You know why? Because it's only, you only have to provide us, I would say, with your email address. So you put the email address where you would like to receive these notifications. And every single time Westchester County is going to announce an exam, you will receive an automatic email saying that Westchester County has posted these exams, and it's going to give you the title, and you decide, you know, maybe this is something that I'm interested in taking. So you go onto the website and you apply for it. And for that, you will use the option login register. So this is how it is structured. Now, I would like to go to the website because I mean, I don't know how everybody else is, but I'm a very visual person. So I'd rather see it to understand it better than, you know, just to have it explained to me. So let me open that. Okay, wonderful. So let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So I am currently on westchestergov.com/HR, that website. And when we go in, this is how it's going to look like the first page. And on the left side, so we have, you know, a little bit of an explanation about the Department of Human Resources. You can go in and, you know, read it if you have a chance and if you're interested in learning more. But what I want to show you is the quick links on the left side. So I was telling you that we have examinations, we have openings, and here we also have jobs in demand and, you know, the job descriptions. And over there we have all the job descriptions for, you know, the county or the local jurisdictions, if you're interested in a certain one, to see what, if we have it available, or, you know, what would the job entail. You can go there and look at. So I would like to go to the first one, which is civil service examinations.
Telework program, did you guys see that?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just pointing to the telework program.
Oh, the telework program is when you actually start working, you can, you know, work from home, depend, you know, I know now is the new norm, but before this COVID situation happened, everybody used to work from the office exclusively, and the county would have this telework program that you can, you know, work with your, I'm sorry, with your managers and, you know, find the schedule. I'm sorry again. Yeah, the light turns off for some reason, it doesn't recognize me. Work with your managers and see if you know, can work a schedule that would work for both of you, so you can get your job done, but at the same time, you know, maybe have some flexibility, which we know nowadays that we need that. You know, you have childcare problems that you have to take care of and other things, so you need to, you know, have that flexibility, which, you know, Westchester County offers it. So the examinations part of the website, it has here on the left side, it has civil service exams, and over here we're going to have some information again about the civil service exams in general. But what I want to show you is this one, which, you know, as an applicant or as a candidate, a future candidate, I hope you will use this a lot. So view exams, apply online. Okay, so when we do that, this screen will open. And over here, as I was telling you in the previous, my presentation, is that we have different types of exams. We have scheduled exams, which are periodic, they have a date, continuous recruitment, the great option of email subscription, and also the login register, which is for you to create an account. Because if you want to apply for an examination, you would have to create an account. However, once you create the account asks you for basic information, your name, social address, and so on. Also, you can copy paste everything from your resume in the experience section. So, you know, if you have different experiences, you can place those there and save them, so you can use them every single time that you apply for an exam. You don't have to do it manually. Also your education, you know, you're gonna put the education that you're pursuing, or the you know, the college credit that you finished, and you can place that there. One thing that I want to mention about the college credits is that Westchester County requires for you to send an official transcript, not you, but the original transcript from the registrar's office, in order for us to actually verify those are legit credits. So we would need that. So let's take it one by one. I will go to the most simple one, which is email subscription. So as you can see here, you know, sign up for the email notification. You put your email address twice. On the bottom, you click subscribe, and that's it. That's the only thing that you have to do. And, you know, it doesn't take long, and it's good to stay informed. It's better, you know, to receive an email from time to time and just glance over and see, you know, actually this, I don't know, legal secretary one, this is something that I will be interested in. Because sometimes you have to be open to opportunities. Maybe, you know, not everybody can start from the top. Most of the people have to, you know, start with maybe a lower position and work their way up, which is a great thing about Westchester County, and maybe the government positions in general. If you start in a lower position, after that, there's room for you to be promoted within, which is easier than from outside. So, you know, when you receive these email notifications for certain jobs, just look them over, give them a chance, because you don't know, you know, what your luck's gonna be like. You know, I started in a lower position and I did work my way up, and there's still room for more promotions. So it's a good thing. Once you're in, it's easier to work your way up. So if that's something that you would be interested in, government position, I would say give the, you know, the entry level positions a chance. So if you want to apply for an examination, like I said, we have two types: scheduled. And here, remember that I was telling you at the very beginning, we have open to all, meaning that everybody and anybody can apply, obviously if they qualify. And we also have promotional ones. So for most of you, being that you come from outside, I would focus on open to all. Right now, we only have an examination available. So if you want to see the actual announcement, you click on the hyperlink here, because this is going to give you very general information like the exam number, who's going to hire. I'm sorry, the last day to apply. So the candidates would have until November 16th to apply. And the test date is going to be January 16th. It also has the salary and it has the fee. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but every single exam that you apply for has a reviewing fee, which is $40 for the regular exams. It's $100 for the uniform ones. We also have, if somebody is in a difficult financial situation, we offer fee waivers. You can do that online, apply for a fee waiver and, provide us with the supporting documents, and we will, if you qualify, we will approve that for you and you don't have to pay if you cannot afford it. So that's a good thing as well. So I could open the exam announcement if you want to look. I don't know if you want to see how it looks like. Maybe I'm gonna have to make it bigger. Okay. Okay. So as I was telling you, the last filing date, the exam number, when is the exam going to be given, what is the exam title, who's hiring from it, and the salary in this case. So the starting salary and the last step, so the ending salary, I would say, or the highest that you can achieve in that title. Also the residence, there's no residency requirements, the minimum qualifications for this specific examination. So you have to go through those to make sure that you qualify. The exam announcement also, tells you an important thing, which is the subject of examination. So, you want to apply for an examination with Westchester County and you say, okay, I will apply for it, but what do I have to study? So that's on the exam announcement as well. So the subject of examination is going to tell you exactly what you have to study for. It has several subjects, in this case, 5 subjects. So each one of them has a short description, so you have an idea of what does that mean. For some of the subjects, New York State Department of Civil Service, they created some study guides, which can be either found on their website, and that's also found on the exam announcement, or you can go to the library. Sometimes they have some study guides and you can borrow those for free. So if there is a study guide, then it will be placed here. You see, it says that has not prepared the study guide for this examination, but you can find information about like general guides to written tests, and it gives you the website for the state, for New York State. Okay, and after that you have some general information about the exams and how to apply, and it talks a little bit about the fee waivers. So as I was telling you, it sometimes has like 4 pages, but it's important, to read through it. I know it takes time, but it's for your, future. This could lead to a job, that could lead to another job, and it could lead to your career. Okay, so I will go back to the website. Okay. Okay, so any questions about, the structure of the scheduled exams and, how to navigate through the website? I know it's not the most user-friendly. Sorry.
We have 2 questions in the chat from Professor Quadrado. She wants to know if an exam is being offered, does that mean there is a current job opening?
So if an exam is being offered, there are 2 things. It could either be that there's a current opening that, leads to an appointment right away, or that means that that list that was previously established expired and we would need a new one, but we cannot say if an appointment will be made, in the next 2 months or maybe in the next year. So, but most of the times, an exam it's triggered by a need in a department or a local jurisdiction.
Okay, great. That's very helpful. And then Professor Drum was looking for the link for students to sign up for those automatic emails. So the link to
great.
the email subscription. I was trying to find it myself, but my computer's being very slow.
No,
I was
not a
not
problem.
successful.
Not an issue. Just okay. I'm trying to. Okay, so also on the I don't know if it was shared with the students yet or not. The two there was a brochure that also had this information and it had a hyperlink, and I'm just trying to find my chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think I found it.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
I did. So I will,
Share it with everyone.
as soon as my computer catches up with my mouse, then yes, I will put it in the chat.
I appreciate it. I'm not sure why can I see the chat?
It should be at the, oh, because you're sharing a screen, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, okay, because I had it copied and I wanted to share it in the chat, but I cannot see it. So I really appreciate your help, Sarah, with telling me all these questions in the chat because I cannot see, so it doesn't prompt me.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
And as soon as my page loads, I'll put it in the chat, okay? Because it's still working.
Appreciate that. Okay, so if there are any other questions, please let me know. Okay, another thing is, as I was mentioning earlier, the continuous recruitment exams. We also give those, oh, I see the chat. Okay, I see that you put it in. Okay, great. Better late than never. The continuous recruitment exams, also if somebody comes from outside, which most of you might, you will have to go to open to all. And here we have different categories. It all depends. Most of the time we do have a clerical one, and you could maybe find something that you're interested in over there. So depending on what you're interested in, you can go and navigate, and see if one of these is something that you would be interested in. So the same, it gives you, the exam number, the title, what type of exam it will be. And if you click on it, it will open exactly like earlier, an exam announcement. So either for scheduled exams or continuous recruitment exams, you will receive the email notification if you subscribe for that. So usually it comes on a Friday at 6 o'clock. So just look it over and see if there's something that you're interested in. Now for creating an account, you go here, or for applying for an exam, either or you have to go there. So you see here it says, if you have already an account, obviously you can log in, and it's going to tell you right here that you're logged in as Jane Doe. If not, you will have to register. So like I was saying earlier, you just register once, you save your information. It's you save your general information, your work experience, and you can use it time and time again. And also you can always go back and add some more experience, or you can edit something that you've written. So that's a great thing. that it saves your information. So you go here to register, and after that you follow the steps. If anybody has any questions after today's session, I can give you the phone number for our customer service line, and you can call us. I have a problem navigating the website, or any questions about exams, or any questions about job postings, and you can ask us with no problem. So I will write it in the chat. So it's 914-995-2388. So that is the customer service line phone number. So you can reach out to us, and we will, try to help you as best as we can. Okay, so that being said, I think I covered everything on the exams part. If anybody has questions about that, I can, give you more details. And I would like to go back to show you the other way to get hired, which is through job postings. So here we go on the main page to the Human Resources Department. On the quick links, we have a hyperlink that says current job openings. So these are the job posting that I'm saying. I don't want to confuse anybody, I'm sorry. So the current job openings and the job posting is the same thing. So we based on the needs of the certain departments of the county, we will put the job postings here every Monday. And this ones, you will have to apply actually as of now with a paper application and submit it to whichever department is currently hiring. So I'm gonna go there. So I'm gonna scroll down, and it's divided in two now, depending on. It says view CSEA civil service job opportunities and view Teamsters civil service job opportunities. Those are the unions. So the CSEA is one union, and management Teamsters is another union. So you can open both to see if they have any job openings. So just for the sake of seeing how one looks like, I will open November 9th to November 23rd. Okay, so this one, you're going to see the cover page. The cover page has all the job postings from that week, meaning that it's going to give you like a summary of the jobs. So maintenance mechanic 1, maintenance mechanic welder. This is what we have during that week, but every week can change. It can be clerical, it can be, it all depends again on the needs of the department. They reach out to us, we post this, and they can go ahead and hire somebody. So we go and we look at the job posting to see, the details of it, what exactly are they asking for. And you will see that the job posting, actually, they have more or less the same information as an exam announcement, meaning that it's going to tell you the minimum qualifications that you would need to have in order to apply for this job posting, and also how to apply. For the job posting, there's no fee. There's no fee because if you are hired and you have to take an examination, you will pay for that examination whenever that's available. I don't know if that, makes a lot of sense. So for example, I will give my example. I came from a job posting. I was hired from a job posting like this. So I went in and I saw there was a job, HR audit clerk, and I applied. I went and I put my application in. They called me for an interview, and they hired me. And afterwards, after a few months, when the exam was available, I had to sit down, take the exam, pay my fee, pass the exam, and be reachable on the eligible list. So for the job postings, we will have to problems. I told you the system it's a work in progress. They just updated our system, so that's why I'm trying to find a way that makes it work actually. Okay.
It looks like a brand new website.
Yeah, it used to look different.
Yeah, I could tell that when you were in the exam part, that was the old website, and then this is, I
Right,
guess, the new
exactly.
face of it.
So they changed the interface, but they're still working on it. So, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, the basics are not going to change. You're still going to find it. But if anybody has a question, that you can reach out to us, by phone and say, I cannot find this, the job posting or whatever. And we will, help you through it, because it's, new for us, new for the candidates, and we understand that. And another, tool that they can use, anybody can use, is the FAQs. We have some, questions that are answered, maybe the most popular questions that people will have. So you can, whenever you have a chance to look it over, you can look at the FAQs.
I have a question.
Sure.
Would you recommend for a student to sign up for exams or apply for jobs? Which one would give them more of a chance of
I would
getting
say,
in?
yes, that's great. I would say do both, because, yes, you know why? Because a job posting exists only because the civil service exam is not out yet. So that means that if it's a competitive, which 80% of our titles are, if there's a job posting and I put in my application and they consider me, they hire me, I will take the exam, but and hopefully, I will get a good grade and that will be reachable. But I'm already in, so when I take the exam, they are gonna, try to hire me, because I'm gonna try to hire, to get a good score in order to be reachable, because at the end of the day, they do have to follow the law, the civil service law. So that will give you an extra chance, because if I'm waiting for the examination to be held, that could take, maybe a year or so until the examination is available. So I would recommend everybody to try both ways. Like I said, I came from a job posting. If the exam would have been available, I would have applied for that as well. So why not increase your chances? Again, the job postings, they do not require for you to pay any fees. So there's nothing that they can actually lose. So what I would do, what I did when I was doing mine, when I was looking for a job a couple of years ago, I filled out an application, which can be found on our website. I did it in PDF, so like that, leaving like the title blank, and I would use it for, more than one job postings. It's just like the online one, just this one, it has to be manually done. So if you want to, make your life easier as a candidate, you can do that. You can fill out the ED10 application. That's how it's called. And I'm sorry, this is the application. You can fill it out in Adobe and submit it to the department. So yeah, I'm sorry. To answer your question, yeah, I would advise them to apply for both, depending on their interests. We have so many jobs and we have so many exams and job postings. why not give it a try? I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to lose anything if you try.
Right, very true. Okay, Professor Drum said she had to end class. I think it's over at 3:50.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I think the students that were in the room left, but we do have a couple of questions in the chat. If I can.
Sure.
Um,
Kept on talking.
yes, hi, Mary. Good to see you. So,
What happens if you are already in the job, doing great, take the exam and do not pass? That's the question.
Sorry.
No, that's actually a good question. Well, if you are in a job and you're doing great and you take the exam and do not pass it, and there's the list. So the list that's established has more than 3 people on it. Unfortunately, they do have to go based on the list. They do have to canvass the list and gauge everybody's interest. And if somebody is interested, they do have to consider them before reappointing you as a provisional. If now, let's say there are less than 3 people and maybe, or they go to less than 3 people on the list because some people either are not willing to accept or the list is short, then they can reappoint you again as a provisional and you will have to retake the test. So that's what happens. So I know it's more of a risk when it comes to a job posting and being a provisional. But we have to, be optimistic that we will, the students will pass, or whoever it takes it, they pass and they're reachable on the list and they will, get the job. Unfortunately, yes, we do have to, not unfortunately, but this is the law and we do have to respect it and follow it.
all the more reason to take more exams,
Yes,
right? To
more
make
exams.
sure that you are securing your job.
Yes, more exams, more chances. That's what Frank says, my boss, and that's my opinion as well. Being from inside and seeing, how people actually get opportunities. That's how they do. They don't give up. They take an exam, they take another one, or maybe they take the same exam next time when it's given. If you take an exam just for the purpose of, being good at it, that's like a practice, to feel more confident taking in civil service exam. It's just like any other exam. You're a little bit nervous. You don't know what to expect. Maybe your performance is not great. Maybe you didn't have a great day and you're not going to score as high as the next person. When you take more exams and you become more comfortable, that's when you score better. That's what I found in my case. At the beginning, I scored an 80, after that a 90, after that 100. So I'm like, okay, so I can do this. You feel like, okay.
All right, great. Does anybody else have questions in the room?
I had another question that I added in the chat about,
Mm.
and maybe this was within each job posting, there was a specific site listed. I couldn't tell when you were on that slide, but if there is not a site listed in the posting, do you as the administrators for Westchester place somebody once they secure a job at a certain site? So for example, maybe there's a posting for a nurse, but would that indicate in the job description that they would be working at White Plains Hospital, or would they find out later? How does that work exactly?
Well, for a nurse, it's a little bit different because that's a training and experience. There's no actually like a written exam. But most of the nurses, they are either going to be at Westchester Medical Center. So that it's on the exam announcement, because even if it's a T&E, which is training and experience, it's going to tell you, sorry, it's going to tell you who's going to hire in that position and on the exam announcement. But I understand your question, because some of them, they say towns, villages, city of Peekskill and Rye. So they give you a lot of jurisdictions. So how do you know which one you're going to be hired in? Well, the problem is you don't, because a lot of them maybe use the same title. Let's say it's a more like widespread title, like an office assistant. a lot of towns, a lot of school districts use this this title. Then what's going to happen? Your name goes. You take the exam, you score a passing score. You go. Your name goes on the list, and after that, you will be. Whenever a local jurisdiction needs to hire someone, they will say. They will tell us, okay, we need a list for all the office assistants that passed, and they will canvass, meaning that they will send letters to everybody gauging their interest. And in that letter, you're going to find the location, the salary, the schedule, and all the information about the job itself. We cannot put that in the exam announcement just because it would be too many, and yeah, it's difficult to do that.
So they would find out later once there's an opening, then they would be on that list of those who had passed the exam, and they would find out later who they would be going to, what location,
Well,
depending on what the job is.
right. So they will receive the canvas letter and they will make a decision. Are they willing to accept? Maybe it's too far from home. Maybe the salary is not something that they're interested in. Maybe, maybe the location, or anything, or the schedule, or anything. It's not something they're interested in. They can say, I'm not available right now. Please keep me on the list. And your name will stay on the list for the next jurisdiction or the next school district to send you a canvas letter. Something that fits more your expectation for, what you're looking for.
Got it. Thank you.
Sure.
That's very helpful.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Pat, I had some more slides. I didn't realize the time passed so fast.
Don't worry, it's okay.
But if anybody has questions, I know I sent that extra information that you can share with the candidates. If you have questions for me, I can answer. Because I know some students didn't come, right? Didn't come to or they didn't show up. And this will be shared with them since we're recording it. So maybe.
Yes, we'll post it on our website and share it with anyone who couldn't attend. And we had a pretty good turnout. We had about over 20, definitely. 24, I think. So with the in-person, and
I really hope, that the information that I gave was, clear and concise, and that they will really, give the government job an opportunity, because you never know where they might take you.
yeah, and there's a lot of room for growth, which is wonderful.
Yes, there is. That's why I'm saying, give a chance to the entry-level jobs, because after that, there's room for growth and promotion. Definitely. I see it every day. We see it here because we, all the paperwork for hires, they come through us. So we see that there's room for, growth, which is great.
Very much so. All right. Well, did anybody have any last questions or have anything to add?
I just want to say thank you. I thought it was very informative, very straightforward, and very clear. I'm looking forward to sending the link to all criminal justice students who almost by the field that they have chosen to work for the government, and most of them want to stay in New York. So this is information that most of them are not even aware of, that they have to work through the civil service system. And I think this is going to give them a fantastic introduction. Thank you.
Of course, it's my pleasure. And like I said, we can be reached by phone or by email. If anybody has other questions about it, we're happy to help and guide.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming today. Thank you, students. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.